Alright, so now what we're going to do is come in and update the visibility graphics. So when you import a 3D model, the way to control the graphics in that model is through the category. And we can do that in the visibility graphics dialog box. So the first thing I want you to look at is I'm going to go over here to my Plan A3 schematic, and I'm going to type the letter V twice. It's going to bring up my visibility graphics dialog box. So you'll notice again categories and then the ability to update how those categories look, right? So projection is elevation, so lines, surfaces basically, and then some transparency, and cut is section lines and patterns. And so you'll see in this one the generic model has been updated and overridden in the category of projection lines and the cut and pattern lines. So we're going to do that over here, and I'm going to do it a little differently and then we'll update it. Okay, so over here we want to go in and do several things. Not only get the graphics right the way that it looks, but we want to sort of clean it up. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick these sections, and I'm going to type VH, so the letter V and the letter H, which is view hide. And so basically what this is going to do is going to hide the category of sections. So VH, I'm going to do the same thing for these reference planes, VH. So now we're a little bit more cleaned up. Now we can sort of focus on the changing and updating. So if I go to my visibility graphics again, VV, just to show you, if I go to annotation categories and I scroll down to sections and reference planes, you're going to see the check has been removed. So that's what the VH does. It removes the check of visibility in the visibility graphics dialog box. I'm going to go back to model categories, and we're going to look at the generic model because we imported this as a generic model. So I'm going to go to the cut patterns and left click on that white box under cut patterns, and it's going to give me an override option. And I'm going to click on override, and I'm going to make the pattern solid, and then I'm going to make the color, instead of red, I'm going to make it blue. Okay, and click OK. And then if I hit apply, right, you're going to see everything in the section turns blue. And then I can do the cut lines. If I want those to be the same and not black, the pattern I'm going to leave the same. The color, I'm going to change that to blue. And then you could also change the line weight, right? So you can make them thicker. 16 is the thickest. And I'm just going to click OK and apply. And so now everything is completely blue. Now I'm going to make the projection or surface lines, these guys, blue as well by coming over in the projection surface, going down the lines and clicking on override. And I'm just going to change the color to blue. And click OK, and click OK, and hit apply. Right, so now all of that's blue. So we kind of have the same version of that over here. Now a couple other things to notice is you can have the scale set here as well. So both of these are set to 1/8 of an inch scale. The crop region is on. You can leave it on if you want to. It won't print. You can tell them not to print. But if it bothers you, you can turn the crop region off here so you don't see it. Okay. So now when we come back, we'll take a look at placing this guy on a sheet.